What can we expect? Well, here's a clue. Stand by for lots of goals. The teams. Bolton made one change from the side that beat Portsmouth 1-0 at home on Saturday. Greek international Stelios Giannakopoulos replaced Javi Moreno, who dropped to the bench. JJ Okocha played his last match for Bolton before flying to Tunisia to join Nigeria for the African Cup of Nations. Villa made three changes from the side beaten 2-0 by Arsenal on Sunday. Gavin McCann and Darius Vassell returned from injury in place of Thomas Hitzelsberger and Marcus Albach, who dropped to the bench, and Dion Dublin returned to replace Ronnie Johnson in defence. Commentary from Chris Kamara and Rob Hawthorne.
It's the all-white of Bolton to get the match underway. The first leg, the second semi-final. Nicky Hunt. Angel going straight away to put the young fullback under pressure. There's J. Samuel with a throw-in. This is Whittingham. It's Gavin McCann. Now Mark Delaney. Hendry. McCann's cross. Angel just managed to get in front of Hunt then, but couldn't make anything of the header.
It's a good start. He loves to get to that far post. When Pablo Angel, he takes up real good positions, just moves away from the centre halves, puts himself inside the full-back, and if that ball was better, that's a half chance.
This is Jussi Jääskeläinen's first appearance in the competition this season for Bolton. In fact, the three players who'd started every game for them so far before tonight, Kevin Poole, Henrik Pedersen, Ibrahim Ba, all on the bench tonight. Here's Kevin Nolan. Well, just as he lined up the shot, Whittingham came back and didn't get the ball, got a bit of Nolan instead.
He took too long. He had players to his left, Kevin Davies to his left, he had Djorkaeff to his right. He seemed to take an eternity to pull his leg back, and when he did, Peter Whittingham said, "You've been too late, I'm going to take it."
JJ Okocha has already scored in this competition from a free kick in the victory at Liverpool, which is the most prized success of this run so far. And Okocha and Giannakopoulos and Djorkaeff and Campo are all there now, while Paul Durkin, the referee, pushes the ball back. Tailor-made for JJ Okocha! And aren't they glad he stayed now? The man who delayed his trip to Tunisia with Nigeria shows why that decision is such a worthy one and gives Bolton a third-minute lead.
Well, I was watching Torres Sorensen and he just stayed behind his wall. He couldn't see the ball in the end. Watch him, he just moved to the right-hand side. This takes a slight deflection off the head of J. Samuel on the end of that wall. But duty, just look at him, Thomas Sorensen. He heads to his right-hand side, and this is easy. That's not that difficult because it's just played as if it's nothing into that far corner.
This kick by Campo, Emerson Tom had to clear. This is Barry. Angel is in there. Campo will be relieved that came to nothing.
He will when that ball's in the air. Angel, he's very dangerous, and just watch him, he just puts his arms on Emerson Tom this time as that ball comes in. He just gets a little lift. There's the mistake from Campo. Watch this ball from Barry as it comes in. There's the little nudge up and wide.
Here's Nolan. Good strong run from him. Kevin Nolan, 2-0! It's an absolutely dream start this for Bolton.
Brilliant. But what is Olaf Melberg doing? As a centre-back, you just come and clean this because Kevin Nolan miscontrols it. Once he miscontrols it, Melberg's just got to clear it, but he stands still. He stands on the edge of the 18-yard box, and when he goes, it's too late because it's shifted away from him there, then it's hit with venom towards that right-hand side, towards the goalkeeper. But just watch the bounce in front of the goalkeeper. Once that bounce is there, Thomas Sorensen can only watch it fly past him into that far corner.
Dublin. Melberg. Better clear by Ngotti. Davis fouled by Dion Dublin. Ngotti with a free kick. Seen ahead of him, he looks to pick out Davis and does! It's a third goal, it's Giannakopoulos! This is incredible!
Well, absolutely unbelievable. Dion Dublin, I would put my house on him winning headers when they come into the box. But who's up and above him this time? It's Kevin Davis from the free kick of Bruno Ngotti. Just watch the flick once again, and then it's all about reading it, but you cannot imagine for 1 second that this is going to happen. Giannakopoulos has made his mind up to do the bicycle kick, and he just times it to perfection. He's up, he's under, he's over, and what a superb finish. The technique is superb, and it's just executed to perfection. 3-0.
Stelios Giannakopoulos getting his first goal here since the third round win against Gillingham. And Aston Villa are all at sea. Melberg. McCann. Hendry. Now McCann. Here's Whittingham. Aim for Angel. And he shot away. Hunt was paying him fairly close attention, and he's just drawing the referee's attention to that.
Absolutely, he's pulled by Nicky Hunt. Nicky Hunt is very fortunate that referee Paul Durkin doesn't just see the arm just tugging away at his shirt. He does really well, as I said. He just spins off Emerson Tomey, gets himself into the position. He's away there. Now just watch little Tomey, just missed it there as it gone on. He'll give you a better shot of it. That left arm just comes around the back of him, just knocks him off balance. It's a clever left arm, because it's not been seen.
Barry reacting to Giannakopoulos. Some harsh words being spoken by David O'Leary's assistant Roy Aitken there. How do Villa pick themselves up from this? 3 down in just over a quarter of an hour. Giannakopoulos has given away the free kick here. Dublin and Melberg have come forward for the free kick. It's Hendry who takes. McCann was close to it, but not close enough. And here's Angel. Great stuff from Juan Pablo Angel. Oh, that is a wonder goal! Well, it looked impossible, but he managed it somehow, and Villa finally get a foothold.
Well, you call it a wonder goal, Rob. I've got to say that this is meant. I have to say he's tried to cross this into the box, but watch this skill to begin with. He knows that Kevin Davis is right behind him, so once he can sense that for a second, he's charging towards him. Look at that. That's magnificent. That's a cross, no doubt about it. He's not even looked towards the goal. He's got his head down, he's putting his back into the mixer, and it just drifts over Jussi Jääskeläinen into that far post, and he will take that. Just watch his eyes. Did he mean it? He's looking into the middle. The goal's to his right hand side, but that's exactly where the ball drifts, in and over Jussi Jääskeläinen.
Samuel. Barry. Now here's Hunt. Kocher. The best Bolton from Jääskeläinen, and McCann couldn't get through, and Gotti was there. On by Nolan. Here's Giannakopoulos. Would have been an inviting one for Davis had Melberg not cut it out. Barry. McCann. Hendry. Goes alone.
Great strike. Can't believe how open this is. Bolton are saying, right, we'll score, but we'll also give you the opportunity to come at us, and it's as open as it can possibly be.
Sell with a header but couldn't keep it in.
Great strike. You're not going to beat a goalkeeper of Jääskeläinen's quality with this shot, but you've still got to be there. It's going into that corner, as you can see.
Well, it really is against type, this, for a first leg tie, where normally they're tentative and tight, and the second leg is very much on the players' minds. This is unbelievably open, and from 3-0 down, Villa are suddenly growing in stature. Campo away. Now a Kocher, who gave Bolton their thrilling start with a free kick inside 2 minutes.
I just think maybe now is the time for Sam Allardyce to say to Yuri Djokayev, just get back in, leave Kevin Davis up there on his own. We don't need the two of you up there now. Let's get back to our normal system.
Dublin. Whittingham. Here's Olaf Melberg. Angel just breaks too early, he's offside.
Do it quicker. Do it quicker, that's what he's saying to Olaf Melberg. Do it quicker. If you do it quicker, I'll be onside.
Davis, Giannakopoulos, over hits the cross. Here's Delaney, and Gotti, Hendry, Barry, Whittingham finds Samuel. Barry turns it across too far in front of Angel, cleared by Barnes.
Right idea.
Whittingham.
Quite amazing, the space out on that field now. Midfield players are getting time and space to play. The back line of Bolton, from that kick from Delaney a few seconds ago, drop it down into midfield, and there's only Aston Villa shirts there to pick it up.
Vassell, McCann, Barry, pushed away from Vassell's direction, and Barnes has to clear before McCann can get there.
Well, he thinks he's got it, Darius Vassell. He thinks he's got it. That's the reason why he doesn't go for the rebounds, because he thinks this ball has beaten UC Jääskeläinen. It's a great strike. It's a cross shot. He's hoping this goes across the box, but the deflection from Nicky Hunt takes it in towards the goalkeeper. And there's a silly foul from Gavin McCann, but just watch the deflection take it closer to the goalkeeper rather than away from the keeper, and those fingertips keep it away from Vassell.
The deflection and the save crucial in keeping Darius Vassell at bay. Delaney. Davis, it's Djorkaeff, now Barry. Whittingham working hard to really try and get Villa back into this game, just a little too congested in the end there. Campo trying to spread it to Davis, Dublin though stands up to it. Barnes, Djorkaeff. Here's Giannakopoulos. Okocha. Hunt. Davis! Good try.
Well, you can't blame him for having a go at this, because once he chests it, he realises it's going to take its time to come down, which gives him the opportunity to turn and then try and strike it on the volley. And if he just lets it drop a little bit further, he doesn't get underneath it.
Melberg. Helped on by Whittingham. Barnes. Chorkaev's offside.
He's not happy. He's saying the ball didn't come towards me. This is that grey area of the law these days.
That's Hunt. Purcell. Now Barry. Whittingham. Olaf Melberg. Angel. Whittingham. Henry was looking for the gap, but it's cleared by Ngotti. That's Samuel. Barry's cross. McCann! And Jääskeläinen comes out and thwarts it.
He's got to go back across goal. Gavin McCann, when you get this opportunity, you've got to play it back across goal. You can't go for that near post, and that's what he does. The keeper does brilliant.
McCann's corner. Villa finishing the half strongly. Whittingham tries to steer it back in. Blocked though by Davis. Giannakopoulos. Campo, well, he certainly makes the most of it, doesn't he, when he's challenged, and Paul Durkin getting hold of the fuzzy mop to pull him away from Gavin McCann and to save himself from disgracing himself.
Well, he's given him the free kick, but for me I would give it the other way, because it's handball as far as I'm concerned. He comes in here, Gavin McCann, he's every right to go for the ball, and he takes the law into his own hands, Campo, then wants the free kick for himself.
Chorkaev's kick, away by Dublin. Davis, Dublin underneath it again. And there goes the half-time whistle, and what a scintillating first half it was, in which Juan Pablo Angel gave Aston Villa a lifeline after they'd found themselves 3 down in the first 16 minutes. 2 players who'll miss the second leg opening the scoring. JJ Okocha who'll be away with Nigeria. Kevin Nolan who'll be suspended, putting them 2 up in the first 10 minutes. Giannakopoulos scored a sensational third with an overhead kick. Ivan Campo still unhappy with Gavin McCann and carrying on the argument as the teams go off at the break. Sad end to a half that should be talked about for all the right reasons, because it's Bolton 3, Villa 1. Durkin, who refereed last season's final, gets the second half of this semi-final underway.
Well, David O'Leary, he's been through this before as a player. He knows what it's all about. He's been in 2-legged competitions, he's been behind in them, and he'll have used all his experience today to say to the players, it's a long way from finish. You're 2 goals to the deficit, you've got an away goal. Let's be patient, let's not do anything kamikaze, make sure we don't concede in the second half and try and get another one.
Something we often hear said, but tonight particularly relevant, that the next goal could be absolutely crucial. Here's Angel. It's an inviting ball, but Vassell hadn't made a run in front of the goalkeeper.
He's tempted him to make that run, but he didn't do it.
JJ Okocha. He's done well, he's picked out Kevin Davis. Giannakopoulos wants it pulled back to him, and he might have been a decent option then for Kevin Davies. Now Giannakopoulos is involved. Brilliant. Back from Samuel there.
Well, it must be that left-hand side. Kevin Davies did it in the first half when Angel scored his goal, and Gareth Barry this time diving in for no reason at all.
Gotti and Emerson Tom forward for Yuri Djorkaev's corner. Away by Dublin. It's Barnes who keeps the momentum going here for Bolton. Back in from Ngotti. Away by Samuel. Here's Yuri Djorkaev. Cross from Barnes.
Taking on Yuri Djorkaev, a player of his ability. Once that bounces up, have a go.
Sell second to that because he'd had to pull back from an offside position when Hendry played it through. Samuel just eased out of the way by Giannakopoulos. Here's Gareth Barry. Jaskalainen got away with that.
Certainly did. He's fortunate it's Anthony Barnes in front of him rather than Angel or Vassell.
Here's Melberg. Angel. Held off by Ngotti. Dion Dublin. Lay off by Whittingham. Barry. Angel. Hendry. And here's Delaney. There's another inviting ball.
Fantastic. Juan Pablo Angel must be wondering, why am I not in the box? He's 20 yards out and he's the one person you know will go and try and get that ball.
Well, it's a positive start. The visitors taking the game to their opponents in the second half. Barry with a corner. Jaskalainen pushed it away to Okocha. And now Giannakopoulos with only Djorkaev ahead of him, although Okocha is bidding to get there.
Just look how open it is once again. You know, if you're Sam Allardyce, you're tearing your hair out, or you're either thinking, let's go and get that fourth goal. Did he say to his players at half-time, let's try and be careful, let's finish at 3-1, or do we want a fourth? Knowing Sam as well as I do, I'm sure he'd have said, let's just settle as we are.
Djorkaev's kick. Back across from Emerson Tom, and Ngotti after Angel had almost put his defence in real trouble then.
Mark Delaney, you've just saved your team another goal, because this is courage, this is danger. Get in the way of that ball, make sure you save it, because this is heading for that bottom corner. Melberg doesn't just quite get there and hurts himself in the process, but look at that, there's the left foot from Delaney that keeps it out.
Dublin. Okocha. Giannakopoulos. Djorkaev. Here's Campo. No foul by Gareth Barry.
Looks for the free kick too many times.
Hendry. Chance for Whittingham. Good save. It's Gareth Barry. Vassell, and again, yes! Vassell deflected in off Angel, and Aston Villa from 3-0 down bring it back to 3-2 and are on the brink of a remarkable recovery.
Well, there was some excellent bits of play there from Villa. Really well, and you're just wondering, when's Vassell going to get himself involved? Wonderful ball from Henry to Whittingham. Jaskalainen does well. Gareth Barry, that's a strike, but because it's a cross shot, it heads towards Vassell. Vassell gets 2 bites of the cherry, 2 times. He hits it against Angel. The first one comes back at him. The second one hits his left foot and sends it the other side. If it heads towards goal, it hits Jääskeläinen, but this time it goes into that far corner, and Villa are back in it again.
Phil Brown and Yiannakopoulos seeking explanations from the officials. They clearly feel there was an offside there, maybe that Angel was in an offside position when Vassell hit it.
Well, he is. He stood right in the middle of the goals, there's no doubt about that, and that's the reason because of the complaints.
Bolton are furious. Aston Villa have made another substitution. Gareth Barry has gone off and Thomas Hitzlsperger is on. Emerson Tom. Vassell. Delaney. Hendry. Now McCann. Angel. Delaney. Shot down by Barnes. It's a different game altogether now.
Well, it's time now Bolton start losing their composure. Feeling aggrieved because of that decision. Sam Allardyce, he'll be upset. He knows exactly. The first time he hits it, Vassell, he's not off. The second time he's saying he is.
Well, Thomas Hitzlsperger can certainly hammer them, and his introduction could have an immediate benefit for Villa here if he takes the free kick. Hendry is there too. It is lined up for Thomas Hitzlsperger, but the touch from Hendry had allowed Hunt to break from the wall and charge it down.
Of course, it's too long a run as well.
Well, Bolton now in danger of losing their composure because of their fury at that last Villa goal. But Paul Durkin now, the referee, is coming over to enter into discussions with the Villa coaching staff. Roy Aitken and David O'Leary being talked to by Paul Durkin, with Phil Dowd, the fourth official, listening in.
Well, it should be Sam Allardyce who's the more aggrieved.
Djorkaeff. McCann. Emerson Tom. Davis with a header. Came back off Delaney. And Gotti. Now Samuel. Stopped by Emerson Tom. Yiannakopoulos. Foul by J. Lloyd Samuel. Campo. Here's Ngotti. Now Barnes. Okocha. Hendry. Campo. Stopped by McCann, and no foul. It's Gavin McCann. That is a foul. Another free kick to Villa, and the tide turning against Bolton. They're losing their tempers. McCann is pushed out of the way when he had too much to say for himself, and Paul Durkin has a real job on his hands now to restore order. Unnecessary pushing and shoving going on between Hunt and Hendry, and colleagues now trying to keep opposing factions away from each other.
Well, it's Campo who caused all the trouble, and Gavin McCann as well. Gavin McCann actually stepped on Ivan Campo on his way towards Ngotti, and that's the reason why Campo's really, really angry at Paul Durkin, because he thought he was going to get the foul in the first place, then he stepped on him, and then Bruno Ngotti just body-checked him.
Here's Juan Pablo Angel about to get his second hat-trick of this season's competition. A real difference in the 2 goals he scored so far. Now he has the opportunity to chalk up his third of the evening from this free kick. It's Angel! Jääskeläinen always in control.
Yeah, well done. Good movement. Good feet from the goalkeeper, and that's not going to be a gimme, that one.
Ronnie Johnson watching it back. He was brought on incidentally because it became clear to Villa that Olaf Melberg's injury was going to take some 10 to 15 minutes to treat, and they couldn't afford to be down to 10 men for that length of time. He's got 3 stitches going into the head wound he picked up. Here's Angel. Clearance by Nolan. Kocha trying to clear.
Fantastic skill. Kocha just lured McCann in there.
Well, what about this controversial second goal for Juan Pablo Angel?
Well, it's that grey area once again. Is he interfering? What's he doing? If he's not interfering, he stood right in front of the goalkeeper initially, and then when the shot comes in initially there, it comes back to him. He still stood in that offside position. It comes back at him the third time, and there it is, deflected in.
So in essence, he's actually offside 3 times.
In 3 situations. Barry's ball and Vassell's 2 shots.
Well, no wonder Bolton are aggrieved. They've made a change. Simon Charlton on, Anthony Barnes off.
You never know where you are with that situation, whether they say they're interfering, they're not interfering. He's got to be interfering. He actually scores the goal in the end, but never seem to get up to date with that situation.
Hunt. Here's McCann. Emerson Tom. Hunt. Kevin McCann might have pushed his luck too far. He's been involved in 1 or 2 incidents, and this time we are going to see a caution, the first of the night.
Yeah, persistent fouling, that's what it's for. They're starting to lose their cool, 1 or 2 players. Certainly McCann's been at the brunt of most of their anger.
Yuri Djorkaeff with the free kick. Emerson Tom lifts it over. Well, after the start they had with 3 goals in just over a quarter of an hour, it seemed to have smoothed the path for Sam Allardyce's team to reach the final. But it's a very different story now.
I just think it's not like him. I thought at 3-0 he would have just closed the game up and said, right, that's it. We don't play with the 2 strikers. We'll bring Djorkaeff back into the middle and we'll say to Villa, come on, try and break us down. But they didn't. They kept it open. They kept playing away. Even in this second half, they've gone exactly the same way about their business, in an open way.
Hitzelsberger lines this one up for Peter Whittingham. Hitzelsberger! Well held.
Tell you what, that sticks like glue, doesn't it, to those hands of Jussi Jääskeläinen.
It's a well-populated area then. Jääskeläinen could not afford any spillages. Here's Yuri Djorkaeff. He's onside Giannakopoulos, but he can't reach it.
Well, he's known as the hammer because there is one hell of a powerful shot in those feet of his. This is very hard for Whittingham to do, to take that from that distance, but he hits it okay, but that bounce just in front. Look at the 2 Villa players, and Gale, who's been magnificent all night tonight, in there again.
Hopeful one from Hunt, looking for Pedersen. Dublin there in the nick of time. Here's a Kocha. buying himself extra time, then finding Davis. Aston got himself in the way.
Good defending. And rely on your goalkeeper to deal with the back pass. It was a bit tight for Thomas Sorensen.
Challenge from which McCann has been hurt this time. Going up with Emerson Tom. McCann's booking earlier, incidentally, takes him over the disciplinary barrier and rules him out of Villa's forthcoming match with Leeds. Djorkaeff's kick. And Gotti! Yes! Their two-goal advantage restored by Bruno and Gotti. 4-2.
Well, you've just got yourself back into the game. What do? You just leave a header of the ball and a decent head of the ball free, all on his own, and that's Bruno and Gotti. Because once Djorkaeff corner comes onto him, he doesn't have to work too hard for that. He can take it in his stride and watch the movement. He's away from his marker. Ronnie Johnson can only stand and watch. Then it's the power. Look at that angle, as good as it can. Henry on the line, but he can do nothing about it.
Samuel doesn't deal with it. Here's Djorkaeff appealing for a handball there against Dublin. Here's Charlton. Okocha! Sorensen equal to the shot. Gotti. Dublin. Pedersen.
We'll clear this up, but Yuri Djorkaeff just kicks this against Dion Dublin. There's no movement of the arm.
Charlton. Dublin had his arms around Kevin Davis. And again, Bruno and Gotti will come forward for this free kick. He's done plenty of damage to Villa already from a corner previously.
Well, that's just knocked the wind out of Villa's sail. That goal from Ngotti. Haven't regained their composure once again, as they thought they were getting well and truly back into this, and now chasing once again.
Kocha! That is absolutely glorious!
Well, you go a long, long way to see a goal as good as this. This is magnificent. Look at Thomas Sorensen, he's having a go at the wall. Where have you gone? You're supposed to be guarding that near post. But if you see this ball, it just moves in the air because he hits it with the outside of his right boot. Watch the bend, watch the swerve. It goes outside the post to begin with, and then it drifts inside the post. That wall jumps out the way. There's even a leg out there. But when that power heads towards the goalkeeper, you cannot get anywhere near that. What a brilliant goal.
Allbeck. And Bolton well on their way to the Carling Cup final, and if they get there, they'll owe a huge debt of gratitude to their captain. JJ Okocha's pleas to Nigeria to be allowed to stay and play his part have paid rich dividends with the first and fifth goals that give Bolton a 3-goal advantage to take to Villa Park. They had a 3-goal advantage once, whipped away from them almost when Angel scored twice for Villa, but in the end, 2 from Okocha, 1 each from Nolan, Giannakopoulos and Ngotti mean that Bolton are firmly on their way to the final, and their fans will know that. Villa facing a Herculean task in the return match in just under a week's time. Bolton 5, Aston Villa 2.